without further ado, we welcome in the receiving star of the night for San Francisco. It's George Kittle. And, George, we have lots to get to that's very, very important. Iowa, Nebraska. I know there's somebody you want to speak to very directly. We'll get to that. The game itself, we'll get to that, too. I just want you to know that in pregame, when you do that thing with the overhead camera and you go rock, paper, scissors, you went scissor. Yeah. Kelsey, I believe, went paper, so you beat him. But Swag and RC both went rock, so you lost to them and you beat Kelsey. I just want you to have that bookkeeping, all right?
You know what's nice, too, is right after that, a kid challenged me. He had a sign that said rock, paper, scissors for an autograph. And I beat him, too. And then I did still sign for him, though, after my warm-up. But I beat him as well. That's
because you're a man of the people, and you want to leave them happy, and you do. And everybody leaving in Santa Clara that's cheering for you guys leaves happy. It's a complimentary game. The offense wasn't as sharp as it was last week, but the defense really pitches in as well. What's the moral of the night when you leave victorious? I assume that's really all that matters, isn't it, George?
I mean, winning in the NFL is really hard. It is what it is. So anytime you can get out with a W, you're happy about it. You know, obviously, we're frustrated we didn't put up more points. I think our offense is, you know, we're striving to score 30-plus every single time. We didn't do that tonight, but that's what our goal is. And, you know, the nice thing is I felt like we moved the ball really, really well besides, like, one time, which was that last drive, the second to last drive, which we got, you know, 3 and outed. But besides that, I thought we moved the ball really well. We just got to protect the football, and, you know, Brock will be good at that. They ran some pretty good coverages. You know, one of those interceptions, they did a lurk with the backside corner, which was pretty impressive. I haven't seen that one in a long time. But, you know, overall, happy with what our defense did. You know, our safety, Jair Brown, you know, 2 picks for him. Awesome. Made some tackles. So just happy our defense had our backs today.
Yeah, and I asked Joe Buck about that because there's so many shots of Robert Saleh with a big smile on the face. I know you told Lisa Salters that was the best free agent acquisition of the offseason. He's such a huge part of who you guys were prior to leaving to go to New York. And you all are so banged up on defense. Yes. To see those guys come up with a couple of picks and to hold this Carolina team that went nuts last week to just 9, it's got to feel great for those guys just to see them pitch in the way they did.
You know, you know, absolutely. I'll just say that, you know, the more we play, like, you know, you can't replace Fred Warner. You can't replace Nick Bosa. Hard to replace your first-round draft pick in Michael. But it's just like over the course of these weeks, these young players, like you're seeing them kind of take command of the defense, right? They're becoming themselves. They're growing as players. You know, Malik Mustafa's flying around, setting the tone, hitting people. Tig is getting those interceptions. Our defensive line is applying pressure. And, you know, just the more games that we play, the more they're going to grow, and we're going to get guys that are going to become superstars for us.
I have a real admiration, George, for your organization because, like, the easiest thing in the world to say is next man up. But with respect, the next man who plays, you know, line isn't Bosa, or backer's not Fred, tight end's not you, quarterback's not Brock, even though Mac, I mean, all the guys that have filled in have done nice jobs. I just wonder what it says about you all collectively that you're able to hang in and tough it out and get to this point in the season in an incredibly tough division where your record is what it is. What does that say about the collective that's in your building?
I think we've built a fantastic culture here. We have a great foundation of people, you know, guys who've been here for a long time that kind of set the tone. And the 49ers organization, we have a standard at which we play at, which we try to hold each other accountable to. And even when your best players are out, we still want to hold guys to that standard. And, you know, whether it's Fred, you know, sitting in the linebackers meetings, helping those guys out, Bosa helping out the D-line, me helping out the tight ends when I was out for a couple weeks, you know, Mac Jones stepping in and had a great stint for us. It's just awesome. And I just put a lot of credit on, you know, Coach Shanahan, Coach Sala, and just all the assistant coaches for just keeping that standard up and just, hey, guys, yeah, it is the next man up. But what I always try to tell guys is, like, the NFL is the land of opportunity, man. You don't know when you're going to get your chance, and you might not be ready for that chance. But it doesn't matter. Life's not waiting for you, man. You got to go out there and take that opportunity. You got to take control of that. And I think that's what our guys did tonight, and we're going to continue to just get a little bit better every single week.
Right on. Do me a favor. Tell Fred Warner I say hello. He's always been incredibly kind and gracious with his time through the years. Let's have some fun on the way out here. My producer is an Iowa grad, and I know that there's my favorite part of this week is how many incredible games there are. There's a nooner in Lincoln. You never lost there. Yeah. I know there's a guy that's he's got a burgeoning media career that's busting with the boys and all that. He's in Nebraska. I don't know how he's doing after what happened in State College. I don't know if you want to address him directly, or this floor is yours as it relates to Iowa and Nebraska.
Hey, Will Compton, Didn't really appreciate your voice memo on the day of my Monday Night Football game talking crap to me about Nebraska, Iowa. Didn't settle with me. You know what? I didn't like it. And, that's the type of thing Nebraska does. They take cheap shots. Hey, I'm preparing for a Monday Night Football game on national television, and you're coming to me about Nebraska, Iowa. That means you're scared. You're terrified. You lost by 30 at Penn State. They just fired their coach. You lost by 30? Are you kidding me? I was going to come in there, run the ball down your throat, and there's nothing you can do about it. Sit on the bus that doesn't go anywhere and shut your mouth, Will Compton.
That's called a pop.
Shut up.
That's called a pop in the business. This is a man that's going to be elite in the wrestling space someday, and media and whatever else. Meanwhile, keep doing what you're doing, catching the football and moving the chains and helping your squad win games. Happy Thanksgiving, my friend. Thanks as always for taking the time, throwing on the headset, and visiting with us here on SportsCenter.
Anything for you, Scott Van Pelt. You are a legend. It is an honor to talk to you.
I appreciate you, brother. Be well.
Brock, how did you overcome the interceptions in the first half to finish strong?
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, to throw 3 picks like that, it's always tough mentally. But, man, I got such a great team around me. Defense played their butt off to keep us in the game like that. And then all the guys, man, on the offense, just keep my head up like that. And, it's the NFL. Nothing's going to be perfect, but obviously got to watch the film, be better, and be better for next week.
What can you say about this team that just finds a way to win despite all the injuries you guys have dealt with this season? You just keep plugging along.
Props to Shanahan, Saleh. All the guys, man, just uplifting these guys and the locker room that we have, man, the brotherhood. It doesn't matter if one guy goes down, we're going to have someone step up. And, man, it's just nothing but love all around. And I'm excited for, what's to come. But we got to get better and get ready for next week.
Thanks, Brock.
Yeah, thank you. Go Niners.
The booth and visit with Joe and Troy. And Troy, I'll start with you. Look, you had a Hall of Fame career, but on nights or days, I guess, when you weren't your Hall of Fame best, you got Emmett back there, right? And on this night, when Purdy's thrown it to the wrong team a few times, you've got McCaffrey. When you got to sort of nurse one to the finish line as they did, what are those games like to try to remain patient in the midst of it all?
Well, obviously as a quarterback, you're one to play better than what we saw from Brock Purdy, and we all have those nights, some more than others. But I thought that for him coming, he hadn't played a lot of football, first of all, this year.
Right.
But when you're struggling like he was in that first half and at different times, it is nice when you're able to just come back and get the ball to Christian McCaffrey, hand it to him. In my case, Emmitt Smith takes a lot of pressure off. And even though the numbers overall, when you look at Christian McCaffrey, whether it's this year or even in tonight's ball game, you can't watch this game tonight and not feel the impact that Christian McCaffrey had on this game. So although it wasn't San Francisco's best night, wasn't Brock Purdy's best night, certainly, it is a luxury to have a guy like Christian McCaffrey back there to help you out.
Joe, in the broadcast, you showed Robert Saleh and talked about how well received his return has been there. And you can't help but miss how many cutaways, that's an industry term for when they use the camera to show a shot of a guy. It's talk. Werner or Bosa in a luxury suite, right? They're so banged up there, and they have not been great. Can't get pressure, don't get turnovers. How important do you think it was for this group to perform the way they did and really help pitch in for a victory?
Yeah, I think they're playing really well. It's pretty remarkable when you lose 2 guys that are all pros that you don't have on your defense. And, obviously it's a huge hole in the middle of this defense. That Fred Warner, who's been nothing but healthy year after year, game after game, and he's not there. He's headed to the Hall of Fame someday. And then Nick Bosa is as great as there is off the edge with any defense in the NFL. So you don't have those guys. But I don't know. I just sense that with Saleh and with Shanahan, they like a challenge. This is a challenge. I think they've liked coaching the younger guys too. And Robert Saleh is a really good football coach. He and I were talking about it during the week. Love to see that guy get another chance. It feels like the odds were stacked against him with the Jets. And now here he is back in San Francisco. And boy, is Kyle Shanahan happy. He said yes.
Well, the odds are kind of against San Francisco. I don't know how many teams this banged up on both sides of the ball would have 8 wins. That just goes back to what we were talking to Troy about on Countdown. A lot of respect, I know, from both of you, myself as well, for this San Francisco organization. We see it again tonight. Not beautiful, but a win always is in the NFL. Boys, be well. Enjoy Thanksgiving. We'll see you next Monday up in New England, all right?
Happy Thanksgiving, Scott. Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving, you too.
Appreciate you, boys. Safe travels back to your families. You look at the next 4 and look for the Panthers. they've still got an opportunity in the NFC South, particularly with Baker banged up in Tampa. We don't know what his availability will be. But, man, they lost a number of players in the defensive secondary, and you take on the Rams, who are playing at as high a level as any team in the league. Then they get their bye, as do the Niners Week 14 after they face the rugged defense of the Cleveland Browns. That's what